poultry, or rather chicken, turkey, ducks, they continuously give you signals. They talk from chick stage to laying to growers. They'll continuously talk. They'll talk to you farmer who has a listening ear. Want to listen to the birds? That's our topic today. You've been taken through the video by Vet Mwangi of Lamu Vet Care, Poultry Department, Lamu Vet Care, your poultry vet. And on today's video, we're going to start with some of the signals that they talk on at chick stage. Chick stage, when this bird has this the environmental stress. When it gets too hot, that's a stress. That's a language that they're talking to you, and that's a stress factor. You might even tend to get mortality as early as day one because of the environmental stress. And that is the topic we are going to talk on over today. Now, at brooding stage is whereby you have the temporal mother. You introduce the birds to feed to an environment of the incubator, of the egg now. And you need to supplement your birds with heat. With an example, our point number one, our diagram today, our first diagram being the brooder. When the brooder usually has some heat source, it's called the heat source. Heat source. When from the heat source, you can have the infrared bulbs, the GICO, the brooder GICO. You can have the gas burners. Just to mention a few of the heat source that we have. Whenever you tend to find these birds, they are around these areas. Running away from the heat. That tends to that the message that they are trying to this being the chicks. The message that they are trying to share is that the heat source is the brooder size is small, and the heat source is too high, is too much. So if at all you're using the GICO, the charcoal GICO, you'll need to expand your brooder. You expand your brooder, whereby they'll be able to move around. This shows that the heat is too much heat. Too much heat when they are running at the circumference, at the perimeter of the brooder. Now, what of in case you're using the gas burner? For the gas burner, there's a regulator. You regulate from the heat, and then you'll minimize the heat so that these birds will be comfortable. What of if you're using the electricity, the infrared bulbs? The infrared bulb should have a long wire so that you'll be able to adjust it by lifting it off the ground. The higher you take, the chicks will be distributed. What of when these birds tends to come near the heat source? When you have them here, these being the chicks, nearing the heat source, this shows that the heat is not sufficient. Very less heat. There is less heat. when they neighbor, they come close to the heat source. So you'll tend to reduce the size of your brooder. If at all you're using the electricity, you can increase the size of. In case you're using charcoal, you need to remove the jiko, feed, replenish the charcoal or the briquettes for that matter, so that you'll be able to have sufficient heat. Remove it, make sure it is well lit, and then bring it back for the birds to be comfortable. The other case we have is of a draft. You tend to find this being the heat source. You'll have your chicks on this corner, or maybe on whatever corner, depending on where the source of it. This shows that there is draft. This illustrates draft. So these chicks, or maybe from this end, the ventilation is not well covered there, and there's wind pushing the heat to this end, depending on the direction of the wind. So when the wind blows, the chicks will come to this end where the heat is headed, and that's a case of draft. So for you to notice when your chicks are comfortable, they should be around the entire brooder. They should be all around. This is a perfect signal for showing you the temperature and the environment in the brooder pool is at its best. You can also make sure if you're using the electricity, in any case the lights go off, you need something to supplement that heat. You've been taken through the video by Vet Mongi of Lomo Vet Care. Don't forget to like, comment, and even share. And share to other farmers the signals of or accompanying poultry, chicken farming. See you in our next video.